after David Gordon Green has done some horror movies, he's kind of going back to his roots to these low budget comedy about family, about relationships, about hardships. Is he back on his prime? Let's find out. Chase Liaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing Nutcrackers. So it's about pretty simple premise. Ben Stiller lives in where does he live? Oh yeah, Chicago, right? And he's like doing something with real estate, and he has to go to Ohio because his sister and his sister's husband passed away, and now there are 4 boys in this farmhouse, and he's got to figure out, is he going to take them, foster home, split them up, and in this hour and 45-minute comedy / drama, figure out what he's going to do with his life as well. So, did I like this film? Okay, I won't lie. I went to the film looking at the critic reviews, and it's like in the 40s and 50s for audience and critics, and I said, oh, so I guess it's just not a good movie. I disagree. Nutcrackers is actually a fantastic movie, in my opinion, that's wholehearted. It has a good message. It has funny scenarios. It's just a well-rounded, great movie, in my opinion. Like, if I'm comparing to Christmas movies that came out this year, you have this one that I saw and Dear Santa. Nutcrackers, even though they're completely different, I'm going to say they're both comedies at a point, but Nutcrackers is tenfold better. Better message, better scenarios, just better overall movie-making magic when it comes to Nutcrackers. So the positives, Ben Stiller does a good job in this film. He plays kind of the wisecrack uncle, if you want to put it that way, that isn't over the top. And I think that's what also makes this movie a lot better, is everything that happens in this movie isn't full-fledged overblown. Like, yeah, sure, there's a scene where the kids are riding the Ferrari, or the Porsche, sorry, and they could have gone tenfold of them trying to, like, ramp a Porsche or ramp the Ferrari, right? So, yeah, I'm thinking, okay, don't do that. And they don't. They kind of keep it grounded with the scenarios that are occurring with these kids of losing their parents and trying to figure out what to do. With this dirty house, with foster homes, with other families in the neighborhood of what they want to do, because there's interesting aspects where it goes in this film. This could have been like an instant family where the kids are just ungrateful throughout the whole film, and you're just like, yo, calm down. No, these kids are kind of, I want to say ungrateful, but they're just kind of closed off in the first 30 minutes, and there is warm-up aspects of like dancing, these kids getting to know the uncle and having the right just family element to it. And so that's what I really dug about this. The kids, the 4 of them, they all are new, and they're all our brothers in this film. They do a good job. The supporting cast as well. The landscape of Ohio, I really dug that. And that's why I like David Gordon Green as a director of like this. He did Prince Avalanche. I think he also directed Pineapple Express. Of course, he did Halloween. Yeah, he's done all 3 Halloweens and The Exorcist. So some people don't like his Halloween movies. I don't mind them. The Exorcist movie, it wasn't bad in my opinion. I do think he gets a lot of flack for what he does when it comes to those horror aspects. But coming back to his roots of this, I full-fledged agree. I really did dig this movie. The themes of this movie about, foster care, of, Ben Stiller trying to give the kids to the rich family, and is it possible? Yes, these boys are going to be boys, and yes, some scenarios are kind of over the top where where it's going to go, of like, they're at this rich place, and the boys are going to screw up, and they're going to, say, like, nope, we don't want the family anymore. And then another family comes along where it completely tells where she just wants money from the government. And Ben Stiller sees through it of, like, why do you have 10 kids? You get $800 per kid. That's $8,000. You get 4 more. Okay, and that is, do quick math in your head. 1632. All right, now you're getting now $11,000 from the state. Plus, she said, if any of them have a mental or physical disability, they get more. And one of them has a lisp, so she's like, more money for her. And it is a horrible thing because I kind of see it, and I've heard about it in real life scenarios where people do that, where they take as much as they can from the state and they pocket a lot from themselves, and they don't really think about the kids. Same thing with mentally handicapped kids and things like that. So having that in this movie as well works. And I just think that I like the movie grounded. Like, people get dog on me for saying the word grounded a lot, but this movie keeps it grounded, where the scenario is not overblown, and the overall message of doing the Nutcracker at the end of trying to raise money for the kids really works. Yes, you could say some negatives are some of the overblownness of, like, where the story's going to go and things like that. And also another good arc where this foster person, while she's in the system, is because she can't have kids, and she's trying to get Ben Stiller to have that mentality of, you know what? Some people would love to have kids and they just can't. And I really like that message overall. So, Nutcrackers. Yes, have you seen it a million times before? Absolutely. However, if it's done right, it's done right. And it's very well-rounded movie. Good acting, good scenery, not a lot of post-production in this movie, not a lot of CGI. And so, even though some people dog on David Gordon Green as director when he does horror stuff and even some of his low-budget, like, family dramas, he knows what he's doing, and I would watch any movie that he does. I just like him as a director. Period. Dot. End of subject. So Nutcrackers will receive a 4 out of 5 Futons, which equals at 80%. Let's see what the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics a 43%, audience score of 53%, critic consensus. Ben Stiller's sturdy performance gives Nutcracker some heart, but a cliche story and indifferent execution makes his holiday dramedy about as delightful as getting socks for Christmas. Wow. That's falsified for sure. I'm sorry. I disagree wholeheartedly. 80, 53, 43. Chase Hawk here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know thanks, Bluetoontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'm going to stay tomorrow, week, from month, on your every single freaking one of you. Hulu. Goodbye for this one. Goodbye, Hulu.